Hello, getting back with an interesting Tradeup contract idea. So what I did, I searched for 10 different collections so I can put them into the Tradeup contract and get a profit from it. So I managed to do it, and it was really hard to find the collections, hard to find items, at least some of them, but I did it, so let's see how it went. The first thing that I will show you is just what items I put into the Tradeup. So here you go. About statistical outcomes, the Tradeup costs about €2 and you should profit about €1 on every Tradeup you make. So like, it's insanely good, but the problem is that it's quite hard to do the Tradeup. Odds to profit, you should profit 7 out of 10 times. The best item is about €14 and the worst one is about 50 cents. About skins outcomes, as there is 10 collections, we can get 42 items from this Tradeup. The best items would be AK Wintergreen or Black Nile or anything from Train collection. The worst would be anything from Inferno or those two collections. Okay, and now let's jump into every specific item that I put into the Tradeup. I will show you a few statistical points that you should consider before doing this Tradeup. So about the statistical data, the float is of course float. Float cap is what kind of a float you can get in an item. The minimal is 0, the maximum is 1. But as we will see in this video, it is different for every item. Adjusted average float, it's the most important number from this data. Why? Because this is what CS take when you do the Tradeup right now. Not the float, but the average float. And how to get it, you can do the calculations. It's quite hard, but also you can go to Tradeup Spy and just put the float and you will automatically get this average float. Suggested float is just my take on what kind of a float you should search for if you want your contracts to be profitable. And difficulty to get is also my take, and I just, from my experience, putting what kind of a feeling I have on how hard is it to get the items. So the first item is P90 straight dimes, difficult to get medium. Why? Because of the suggested float, and also you can get the same results with Oak Steel Sentinel from this collection. Next, MP5 Neon Squeezer, difficulty hard, float cap starts from field tested. The float that I put it in was 0.21, but the important adjusted average float, it makes 0.016 in the Tradeup. Revolver Nitro, easy to get because of the suggested float of 0.12. Negev Sour Grapes, difficulty is also easy. Why? Because you can get it as a weekly drop. Glock Diff Rattle, it's quite hard to get because not a lot of them goes into the Steam market. MP5 Savannah Halftone, I would say the difficulty is hard because I only saw once a good float in the Steam market. Also, Famous Half Sleeve works for this collection. Macton Polem is quite fair to get, and also 2 additional items in this collection works the same. USP Desert Tactical, easy to get as the float is quite high. Also, 2 additional items works in this collection the same. Galil or Ranger, I would say it was easiest item to get in this Tradeup. And the last one, Tech 9 Gratter, again, it was one of the easiest items to get. And that's it. Let's see what kind of an item I got. And yeah, I got the worst collection. It took so much time to do this Tradeup, but what can you do? Thank you for watching. Bye.